Mobile gaming has been around since the 1970s, but the mobile gaming that we think about today really emerged in the early 2010s. Nowadays, mobile gaming is everywhere. It's on your bus, it's in your classroom, it's even at your work. It is also one of the fastest growing and most lucrative industries in the entire entertainment sector. I really wanted to just kind of ask the question of, is mobile gaming really driven by ambition or is it greed? When you really think about mobile gaming, it has over the years completely changed the way that gaming is viewed. Specifically, mobile gamers have kind of gained a reputation as not being real gamers, but I've slowly seen that shift, especially over like the last 2 or 3 years, and it's much more convenient than needing a $500 console or a $1,000 gaming PC to actually boot up your favorite game. All you need is a phone that's literally already in your pocket. 70% of the population uses a mobile phone, so 70% of the population has access to mobile gaming. Meanwhile, only 20% of your entire global population has a gaming console. That's of any variety, by the way. This lowered the barrier for entry. Really, any casual gamer out there, made gaming something that is more universal. I know now even my girlfriend plays games on her phone, and it's not just some niche group of hardcore gamers that are experiencing these things. Also open the door for creators, not just specifically content creators either, but indie developers, small teams, even just a group of 1 to 3 people can literally publish a game and it will reach a global audience overnight. One great example of this is Combat Masters. From what I know, they're a really small indie team and it's only made up of like 2 or 3 individuals. You think back to the PS2 era, this is not something that you would ever see. You need funding, you need distributors, and then you also need developers and publishers to all make this thing happen. There's also a lot of crazy technological advancements and ambition that come with mobile gaming. I own a Red Magic and I actually own the 7 and I believe they're on like the 10 or 11 right now, which tells you how old my device is. That thing still has 500 gigabytes of storage and it has 18 gigabytes of RAM. These things are literally handheld computers. On top of that, games like Delta Force and Warzone Mobile, although it was a failure, really pushed the line with cross progression so that it is literally a 1-for-1 copy of the PC and console game onto your mobile device. Now, I could actually be wrong too, but I believe there is some games like Farlight that have like cross play on them, so not only are you playing the same game as the PC and console version, you're also playing against PC and console players on your device. Not only talking about shooters though as well, basically birthed entire new genres of games. Web3 crypto games, games like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. None of these really spawned on PC or console, they were all birthed on mobile. So it kind of tells you how ambitious mobile gaming actually is. But then you think about the greedy side and the more darker, sinister underlayer that comes with mobile gaming. Specifically the microtransactions and literally every single popular mobile game, specifically again those shooters. Some of these games are pay to win, which I'll be completely honest with you, me as a gamer, I stay away from pay to win games. There's a lot of games that I've tried out. After a week I figured out they're just pay to win. It's completely a waste of my time. One game, and I hate to mention them like this, but one game that I felt was this way was Undawn, and I was very disappointed because I was looking forward to that game and I actually spent like a good month of my time on that game before I really just kind of gave up after it just became more and more apparent that it felt pay to win. But even if it's not pay to win, the microtransactions get extremely predatory. We all know the game that I'm thinking of. There's probably even like 2 or 3 games that probably come into your mind right now. Call of Duty Mobile. Now I can't even really sit here and talk trash because I've done at least 10 or 15 draws in this game. Don't worry, I'm disappointed in myself. But they're predatory in the fact that once you start spinning them with that really low cost of 5 COD points, 30 COD points, whatever it may be, you start to realize that it slowly tracks and builds up more and more like a snowball, to where after the 5th pull you're pulling $50 for a roll. This is extremely predatory, and I know all of us have noticed this by now. Not many people decide to speak up on it, and if they do, the developers could care less. But this really does hurt your market because after a while people just stop bothering. Me personally, I haven't bought a draw in Call of Duty Mobile in probably over 3 years now at this point. And it's not that I don't play the game, it's just for the fact that the draws are extremely expensive. And again, they're just way too predatory. The one game that did do it right, which really sucks, is actually Call of Duty Mobile's brother, Warzone, which I believe did have like 1 or 2 draws in its life cycle, but 99% of your microtransactions in that game were spent for the bundles, which you would pay 20 bucks, 15 bucks for a bundle with the skin guaranteed that you wanted in. I feel like this is the only right way to do paid skins, because as a free game, I understand needing to make money through paid cosmetics. It's a better way than making your game pay to win. Believe me, I understand that completely, but at the same time, making it so predatory to where you're making people spend 3 digits for one single skin is just absolutely absurd. And then on top of that, when you click into a lot of these different mobile games, it may not seem like they're pop-up ads in the normal fashion that you're used to, where you're having some random ass advertisement from Google pop up, but rather you're having 50 million different ads for that game pop up, where it's trying to sell you something new. It's trying to sell you the newest lucky draw, or the newest bundle, or the newest coupon, or the battle pass, or check out this limited time offer, or hey, did you know that you're missing out on this deal right here? Okay, now you can go check out the game. I think you understand what I'm saying. All of these pop-ups eventually will just turn you off, and eventually you're not going to want to bother clicking through every single one of them. You're just going to click through one, realize there's 5 more, and then just scroll right out of the app and go to the next game that you were going to bother playing in the first place. This is kind of a smaller complaint, but it kind of builds off of the predatory nature of these games because of how they interact with their player bases. They understand mobile gamers have a quick attention span. The second that they get in, you have to fire these things off, get their attention. And honestly, it really just sucks, because if I'm going into my favorite game, I'm going to want to spend money either way. I don't need 50 million different pop-ups. You giving me them actually makes me want to play my favorite game even less. Again, I understand these free games need to advertise and they need to make their money somehow, but understanding that your loyal players will spend the money just kind of makes it a tough situation. It kind of makes it a double-edged sword. Is it ambition, or is it really just greed at the end of the day? My honest to God truth with you is that it's a little bit of both. And I can't really sit here and tell you that it's more of one or the other, because for a very, very long time, especially when I first got into mobile gaming, because I'll be real, I haven't been into this very long. I got into it around September 2019, so 6 years. Damn, that actually is a decent amount of time. But when I first got into mobile gaming, it really was all about the ambition of these projects, what kind of things that they could push. And even today, there's still projects out there that you're seeing that are pushing ambition rather than greed. Specifically, a game that I really want to point out right here is Planet X. It is a Web3 crypto game, but it is a entirely new genre to the FPS on mobile. But that project is working entirely off of ambition rather than greed. But it seems like over time, a lot of these larger, I guess you could call them AAA mobile games, just kind of slowly shifted from that ambitious feeling to a more greedy corporate feeling. I'm talking about you COD Mobile, and yes, I am talking about you PUBG, which again really sucks, because as someone who watched these games basically grow up, it's kind of been hard to sit back and just kind of hold my tongue the entire time, so that's exactly why I wanted to make this video. I'm also interested definitely to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments. I know them lucky draws are a very, very hot topic with a lot of people, because good majority of us really don't like them, but if you're someone who does support them, I'm very interested to hear why, and I'm not going to entirely just shoot you down right off the get-go. Can have a conversation. But with that, I will head out of here for the rest of the day. I appreciate y'all stopping by this video. If you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good rest of the day.